Hey everyone, welcome to the show. So, Donald Trump's approval rating has now gone into negative territory in every single swing state, and also, most shockingly, even in some Republican strongholds. I'm talking places like Texas and Florida. Margaritaville, y'all. This polling has prompted some real big freakouts. So there was a former Republican congressional staffer who went on Twitter. Now, this guy isn't MAGA. He's not like a huge Trump humper, but he did work in the GOP, worked for, GOP congressional members, and he predicted that Trump is going to be removed from office next year. I don't have an image to share with you on this, but here's what he posted on Twitter. He said, quote, "My prediction is a blue tsunami in November that eventuates in his impeachment and removal from office. People like me have been trying to get him advice or trying to get advice to him, trying to nudge him, but he's indifferent to actual MAGA. He's listening to the corporate cons. I wish him luck." So that post received a bunch of mixed replies. So some Trump voters were incensed by the post. Oh, you're wrong. This is BS. Oh, this is like the polling that we heard about Hillary and Kamala, blah, blah, blah. And then other people agreed with him and said, yeah, Trump deserves it. I'm done with him. So here's the deal. Here's what is all in this polling, and where Donald Trump's approval rating stands in a bunch of these states. I'm not going to go through every single state, but I have quite a few to share with you. And just to give you guys an idea of who this company is that does this, this was conducted by a company I've mentioned before. It's called Civics, and it's spelled with a C, or excuse me, with a Q instead of a C. And this isn't like your traditional polls where there's maybe like 1,000, 2,000 at the most participants. They poll tens of thousands of Americans across the country. And for this latest poll, they received feedback from over 87,000 registered voters. Also, I should mention this was conducted between January 20th and February 19th. So some of it was after, well, all of it was after Renee Good was shot. Some of it was after Alex Preddy was murdered. And then, the majority of it was after, but some of it came before him. So I don't know if that played a part, or if it would be even worse for Trump if all of it came after Alex Preddy was murdered. But anyway, I'm going to dive in. I'm going to show you guys the state by state numbers. So first, here's what the interactive map looks like. I want you to see. So what you can do, and this was posted on Newsweek if you want to go check it out, but if you hover over any state, or click on any state, I should say, it will bring up the numbers that I'm going to show you. So if you want to go through and look at every single state, you can. So a lot of blue on that map, as you saw. So I'm going to move from the West Coast to the East Coast. So first up is the swing state of Nevada. So here is Nevada, and as you can see, 16 points underwater. Trump won this state by 3 points in 2024. So not by a huge margin, but he's now down 16. So a 19-point swing in just over a year. Next up is Arizona. So he is down in Arizona, another crucial swing state, down by 10 after winning this state by almost 6 points. So, I mean, another 16-point swing in the wrong direction. Now we'll take a look at the swing states in what used to be known as the Blue Wall. I'm sure you guys all know that it used to be a stronghold for Democrats. Now it's like, not so much. So here is the first one. This is Wisconsin, obviously, down by 12. I mean, a whopping 12-point underwater polling. That's not that big of a swing, though, because Trump won this state by less than 1 point in 2024, which is bizarre, right? People think, oh, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, those are the ones that are most closely, on the borderline, the most purple of states, but yet you see him winning Wisconsin by less than what he won Nevada and Arizona. Anyway, so, another swing. Now let's take a look at Michigan. Michigan, by the way, Trump won by just over 1 point. Here's where he is now. Negative 21 points. 22-point swing. Next, I have Ohio. Now, I think this one probably shocks me most out of all of these, former blue wall states. I'll show it to you first, and then I'll explain. So, Ohio, you have a negative approval of 5. Okay, he won this state handily in all 3 elections. That's why this shocks me so much. So, for example, in 2016 and 2020, Trump won Ohio by, I forget how much. Oh, it was like 8 points in those two years. And then not last year, but 2024, he won Ohio by almost 12 points. So, very big deal that he would be down in this state that he has continually won. And I think it's arguable whether or not Ohio can even be considered a swing state anymore, right? I mean, it's been pretty reliably red for quite a while. Anyway, I thought that one was very interesting. And next up is Pennsylvania. So this one's really bad too. Underwater by 16 points. He won this state by almost 2 points in 2024. Now let's look at North Carolina. So here this is. He is underwater by 10 points. Trump carried North Carolina by just over 3 points against Kamala Harris. So it was very close, but now, a 13-point swing. And then moving on down south, which is our last swing state, is Georgia. So down by 17 points in the state of Georgia. Trump beat Harris by just over 2 points in that state. So again, almost a 20-point swing in the negative territory. So these are all really bad signs for the Republicans with the midterms coming up. I mean, they're less than 9 months away at this point. You know what's worse for them, though? It's bad enough when you have swing states, that vacillate between red and blue over the years. But when you start seeing a bunch of solid red states are now turning on him, like this is bad news. So take a look at this. I'm going to, again, start with the West Coast. So here is Alaska, which Donald Trump won by over 13 points. This could be one of the worst ones, right? You win it by 13. He's now down by 12, a 25-point shift. And then check out Utah. So yes, he is obviously still in positive territory here. He's up by 5, but keep this in mind. Trump won Utah by almost 22 points. So, I mean, this is just insane. And Utah, as we all know, I mean, this is such a red state. This is such a conservative state. So to see him down to only 5 is incredible. Next, I want to show you Idaho. So his approval rating, again, it's still, in positive territory, still positive 13. He won this state by more than 36 points in 2024. So he has now dropped by, what is that, almost a third? He has lost almost 2/3 of his support in this state. Now look at Texas. Again, shocking. Like, OMG, down by 9 in Texas. He won Texas by almost 14 points. And the Senate race in Texas is already, it's very dicey for Republicans. They have a problem because they have John Cornyn and Ken Paxton. There's another man running, but he's not as well known, so it's unlikely that he's going to make it through the primary. But you have these two battling basically for, the soul of the Republican Party, essentially, because MAGA isn't excited about Cornyn. They prefer Paxton. But Paxton is like a walking scandal. He is just not doing well in head-to-head polls against the Democratic candidates. So this couldn't possibly be worse timing for Trump to piss off independent voters in the state of Texas. Anyway, next I want to show you how he's tanking in the Midwest and on the East Coast. So let me bring up this next one for you. So this is Nebraska. I mean, yeah, still up by 3. He won this state by 21 points. I looked at Kansas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. They're all very similar. Trump is only up by like 2 to 3 after he won there handily in those 3 states by like 20, 30 points. And then check out Missouri. Like not negative, but just on equal footing between approval and disapproval. So breaking even in the state of Missouri, and he won this state by over 18 points. Next up, I want to show you Iowa, kind of an important state, down by 11. He won this state by 13 points, over 13 points. I also want to show you South Carolina, down by 2. This is a state he won by almost 18 points. This is a state that almost, or I think, always goes red, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe Obama won it. I don't remember for sure, but that is absolutely pathetic. This is the worst one, though, in my opinion. Last but not least, Florida. Before I show you this, he won Florida by 12 points in 2024. And we know that this is a cray-cray red state, okay? Look at where he is now. -8. I know there's a lot of Democrats there, so I don't want to say the whole state is crazy, but, there's a lot of MAGA supporters. I mean, it really, this state and Texas attract all of the people who like warm weather, who want to get out of liberal California, commie California, and he is just underwater. So anyway, guys, thought that was really interesting. Not a good sign for him. So I will let you know when I hear more or if I hear more. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. Please like, please share, and subscribe. Please donate if you can. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.